Imagine spending your evening with your significant other, binging on your favorite Netflix shows when all of a sudden the power goes out, leaving you in pitch darkness. Not cool, right? Well, that's what happens when a blackout occurs. When faced with such a reality, it's easy to get overwhelmed and frightened as it isn't something you're used to. Good enough, we have you covered. In today's video, we'll give you the rundown of the top 10 items you absolutely need to survive a blackout. Let's jump right in. Number 10. Flashlights and lanterns. When there's a blackout, you might find it challenging to navigate your home. Without any light source, you risk striking your foot against chairs and other obstacles throughout your home, which could result in serious bodily injuries. That's why flashlights and lanterns are a must-have for surviving a blackout. Having a torchlight or lantern in your home is the quickest way to light up your space while you wait for the authorities to restore power. If you don't already have these items in your home, we suggest you get a couple and keep them within reach. You never know when a blackout might happen. Number 9. Batteries. Sure, having torchlights and lanterns in your home will provide an alternative light source, especially when there's a blackout. But guess what? Besides having these critical items in your home, you also need an ample supply of batteries. Even though you might not need them today, when you're faced with emergencies such as a blackout, you'll quickly realize how valuable these incredible energy sources are. When buying batteries, you'll need to make provision for different sizes, as you might need to power additional devices across your home, including your old portable radio and flashlight. Number 8. Power banks. Let's be brutally honest. We are all attached to our smartphones and gadgets, but how do we ensure these devices are charged during a blackout? Well, you don't have to beat yourself too hard. You can simply get a power bank to charge your devices. With the advancement in technology today, a plethora of power banks on the market will last you for days. The great part is, you don't have to spend a fortune to buy a decent power bank, as they are quite affordable. You can order online if you can't find one at a retail store close to you. We're sure you'll find several amazing options online that should work. Number 7. Emergency radio. Even though you might not be a huge fan of radio, having one in your home will come in handy, especially during a blackout. With a portable radio in your home, you'll get regular updates from the authorities on a timeline for when power will be restored. Not just that, you'll also get access to emergency broadcasts and weather updates. If you don't already have a radio in your home, we suggest you immediately look for something portable. Ideally, we would recommend buying something that a battery can power. Look through retail stores nearby. We're sure you'll find several options that tickle your fancy. Number 6. Non-perishable food and water. Now, let's focus our attention on sustenance. When there is a blackout, your fridge, which you have always relied on, will become nothing more than a fancy cabinet. So, how do you manage during a blackout? Well, it's simple. Instead of spending your hard-earned money buying perishable food items that could end up spoiling in a matter of days, we recommend stocking up on non-perishable food items with longer shelf life. By non-perishable, we mean food items like dried veggies, canned beef, nuts, seeds, and others. Aside from non-perishable items, you'll also want a container for storing clean water. And here's why. When there's a blackout, it means the authorities won't be able to pump water across the city. By storing clean water, you can manage until things get back to normal. Number 5. First aid kit. Like every other emergency situation, having a comprehensive first aid kit is a must for surviving a blackout. And here's why. When there's a blackout, the chances of injuring your foot from stumbling around in the dark are high. By having a first aid kit in your home, you can attend to non-life-threatening injuries. Number 4. Portable gas stove. If you have ever experienced a blackout, you should be aware that you won't be able to cook with electricity, which you're pretty used to. With no access to power and no idea when the light will be restored, how do you cook and feed your loved ones? Well, the answer isn't far-fetched. Having a portable gas stove is a game changer during a blackout, regardless of whatever you read. With good portable gas, you and your loved ones can continue to whip up your favorite delicacies while you wait for the authorities to restore power. You can also use the gas stove to warm water. Number 3. Warm clothing and blankets. Blackouts, including during cold weather nights, could occur when you least expect them. When this happens, nothing will power your heat systems. So how do you survive those unbearable cold winter nights? Having access to warm clothing and blankets will help you survive in the excruciating cold. If you don't already have warm clothes and blankets readily available, now is a perfect time to stock up on these items. In addition to blankets, you also want to layer up with thick sweaters and stockings and extra blankets too for more warmth. Trust us when we say you'll be utterly grateful for them, especially on days when the temperature drops. Number 2. Backup generator. Alright preppers, if you've got this far, then we're pretty sure you're serious about prepping for the unexpected. We know having a backup generator doesn't sound practical, especially since you're used to getting stable electricity. However, if you've ever experienced a blackout, you'll know that having a backup generator is a pretty good investment. Buying a decent backup generator might cost you a fortune, but guess what? A backup generator will help power essential appliances and keep your home running smoothly, especially during emergencies such as a blackout. The peace of mind that it brings is priceless. Number 1. Entertainment and games. Last, but certainly not least, you must ensure you and your loved ones stay entertained during a blackout. While an outage can leave you utterly frustrated, by keeping yourself busy with games and entertainment, it won't be such a tiresome ordeal. If you don't already have games that you can readily play with your loved ones, now is a brilliant time to buy a couple from retail stores close to you. Anything from board games to card games to books should do the trick. With different games and entertainment scattered across your home, you or your loved ones can go through the surreal experience of a blackout. Plus, it allows you to bond even better, something you might have needed more time for. That concludes our list of our top 10 must-haves to survive a blackout. Remember that preparing for a blackout is about stocking up on essential items to survive the pitch darkness of such events. As no one knows when a blackout will happen, keeping these crucial items in areas around your home that you can easily access is critical. Before we draw the curtains, let's do a rundown of the items everyone needs to survive a blackout. 1. Flashlights and lanterns. 2. Power banks. 3. Batteries. 4. Portable radio. 5. Well-stocked first aid kit. 6. Non-perishable food and water. 7. Warm clothes and blankets. 8. Portable gas stove. 9. Backup generator. 10. Entertainment and games. So, what other items do you think we've missed mentioning on our list? Tell us in the comments below. We hope today's video has provided valuable information on surviving a blackout. Remember to stay positive, remain calm, and stay prepared. Don't forget to share this video with someone you think will find it useful. Until next time, stay bright, even in the dark, preppers. We have lots of helpful videos on our channel. We aim to help you get prepared for the unexpected. You should click on that next video for more.